My child, before you scroll away, listen carefully. This message found you for a reason, not by accident, not by chance, not because the algorithm randomly placed these words before your eyes. I brought you here because your heart has been crying out to me in ways nobody else could hear. I know the burden you have been carrying. I know the exhaustion hidden behind your smile. I know the nights you stared into the darkness wondering if things would ever change. And today, I need you to stop for a moment and hear me clearly. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. And this season of pain is not the end of your story. I saw every tear, even the tears you wiped away quickly so nobody would ask questions, even the tears that fell silently onto your pillow while the rest of the world slept. I was there. I was listening to every trembling prayer you whispered under your breath. I heard the questions you were afraid to say out loud. God, where are you? Why is this happening to me? How much longer must I wait? My child, I heard all of it. And though you could not feel my hand, I never stopped holding you. You thought you were forgotten. But I never left your side. There were moments when your heart felt so heavy that simply getting through the day became a battle. You smiled for others while quietly breaking inside. You carried responsibilities nobody noticed. You fought thoughts you never told anyone about. You sat in rooms full of people and still felt completely alone. And yet, through every painful second, I remained beside you. When anxiety wrapped around your mind like chains, I was near. When fear told you that your future was ruined, I was still speaking hope over your life. When loneliness convinced you that nobody cared, heaven still knew your name. My child, I know how tired you are. Not just physically tired, soul tired. The kind of tiredness that sleep cannot fix. You have been strong for so long. You have carried heartbreak, disappointment, betrayal, fear, uncertainty, and silent grief. Some wounds came from strangers. Others came from people you trusted deeply. The words they spoke cut into your spirit. The abandonment changed something inside you. The rejection made you question your worth. But listen to me carefully now. What hurt you will not define you forever. This season is not the end. I know there were days you almost gave up. Days when you wondered whether your prayers were reaching heaven at all. Days when the waiting became so painful that hope felt dangerous. Because every time you hoped, disappointment seemed to follow. You began guarding your heart from expectation. You stopped believing that good things could still happen for you. But my child, I need you to hear this with all your heart. I am still working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see, even now, especially now. The delay was not your destruction. The silence was not abandonment. There were battles taking place around your life that you could not see with human eyes. While you thought nothing was happening, I was protecting you from doors that would have broken you. I was removing hidden dangers from your path. I was preparing blessings that required timing greater than your understanding. You saw waiting. I saw preparation. You saw emptiness. I saw restoration being formed piece by piece. There is a reason your spirit has been restless lately, a reason you feel something shifting deep within you. The season you are entering will not look like the season you survived. The pain that once consumed your mind will not control you forever. The fear that followed you through the night will lose its power. I know you cannot fully imagine peace anymore because chaos has surrounded you for so long. But peace is still coming. Healing is still coming. Joy is still coming. Do not let your wounded heart convince you that your story is over. I know the betrayal still hurts. I know you replay conversations in your mind, wondering why people changed. You loved sincerely. You gave your loyalty. You showed kindness. And in return, some people wounded you deeply. They walked away without understanding the damage they left behind. They spoke against you. They misunderstood your heart. They abandoned you in moments when you needed support the most. My child, I watched all of it. Nothing escaped my eyes. And although you felt defenseless, you were never unprotected. I was guarding you even while you cried. There were people I removed because they could not go where I am taking you. There were relationships that ended because they were slowly draining your spirit. I know you begged me to save certain connections, but sometimes protection feels like loss before it feels like peace. Sometimes I must separate you from what is familiar in order to bring you into what is healing. My child, stop blaming yourself for everything that went wrong. You have spent too many nights carrying guilt for things that were never your fault. You replay every mistake. You criticize every weakness. You punish yourself over moments I already forgave long ago. But listen carefully. Your failures did not scare me away. Your brokenness did not make me love you less. I knew every chapter of your story before you lived it, and I still chose to walk beside you. I still call you mine. There are some wounds inside you that nobody knows about. Hidden grief, private disappointments, silent fears. The world sees your face, but I see your soul. I know the ache you carry when memories return unexpectedly. I know the moments when loneliness suddenly overwhelms you. I know how exhausting it is to pretend you are okay when your heart feels shattered inside. But my child, healing is happening even in places where you still feel pain. Do not rush your recovery. Flowers do not bloom the day after the storm ends. Healing takes time. Restoration takes time. And I have been patient with you every step of the way. You do not need to pretend to be strong with me. Bring me your tears. Bring me your confusion. Bring me your fears. I am not afraid of your emotions. I am not disappointed in your weakness. I am closest to you in the moments when your heart feels most fragile. I know you are worried about the future. You wonder how things will work out. You worry about finances, family, health, and the uncertainty ahead. Your mind races at night with questions that seem to have no answers. You feel pressure from every direction. Sometimes fear whispers that you are running out of time. But my child, your life is not slipping out of my hands. I am already in the future you are afraid of. I have already prepared strength for the battles ahead. I have already placed provision in places you cannot yet see. You are not walking into tomorrow alone. There is a reason you survived everything that tried to destroy you. The enemy thought the pain would silence you forever. The enemy thought heartbreak would make you bitter. The enemy thought exhaustion would cause you to quit. But you are still here, still breathing, still searching for hope, still reaching for me even through your tears. And heaven has not ignored that faith. Even your weakest prayer reached me. Some nights all you could whisper was, "Help me." And that was enough. You did not need perfect words. You did not need impressive faith. Your trembling voice still reached heaven. Your silent tears still carried meaning. I heard the prayers you could not even finish because pain interrupted your words. My child, the darkness around you is not greater than the light within you. I know spiritual battles have been surrounding your mind lately. Confusion, heaviness, sudden fear, discouragement that appears without warning. You have felt attacked emotionally and spiritually. But you must remember this. You are not fighting alone. I have placed my hand over your life. There are battles you never saw because I stopped them before they reached you. I protected you from accidents you never knew were coming. I blocked plans formed against you. I carried you through moments that should have broken you completely. And I will continue to protect you. Do not fear the future. Do not surrender to despair. This chapter is painful, but it is temporary. You have been asking why the blessing has taken so long, why others seem to move ahead while you remain waiting, why doors keep closing, why prayers seem delayed. My child, timing matters. A blessing too early can become a burden. A door opened too soon can lead to destruction. I see things your human eyes cannot see. I know the people, places, and moments connected to your destiny. And I refuse to release you into something before the right time. Trust me in the waiting. I know waiting hurts, especially when you have already suffered for so long. But waiting does not mean I have forgotten you. Seeds grow underground long before anyone sees evidence above the surface. In the same way, I have been working beneath the surface of your life. Quietly, carefully, intentionally. What I am preparing for you will make sense one day. You will look back and realize why certain doors stayed closed. You will understand why some prayers were delayed. You will see how I protected your heart from things that would have destroyed your peace. And when that day comes, tears of pain will become tears of gratitude. My child, stop measuring your worth by how others treated you. People who rejected you were not qualified to define you. People who abandoned you did not determine your value. The opinions spoken over your life do not carry more authority than my voice. I created you with purpose. I formed you intentionally. There is still meaning attached to your life, even if you cannot fully see it right now. You matter deeply to me. When the world overlooked you, I saw you. When others misunderstood you, I understood your heart completely. When you sat alone feeling invisible, heaven still watched over you. And even now, while you listen to these words, my presence surrounds you more closely than you realize. Take a deep breath, my child. You do not need to carry tomorrow's burdens tonight. You do not need to solve every problem immediately. You do not need to have all the answers before taking the next step. I am guiding you one day at a time, one moment at a time, one breath at a time. I know you miss the version of yourself that once felt hopeful and strong. Life changed you. Pain changed you. Disappointment changed you. Sometimes you hardly recognize the person you have become after everything you endured. But listen carefully. You are not ruined. You are wounded, but not destroyed. Tired, but not abandoned. Pressed down, but not forsaken. This pain will not have the final word. There is still beauty ahead of you. Still laughter ahead of you. Still peace ahead of you. Still purpose ahead of you. The enemy wanted you isolated because isolation feeds hopelessness. He wanted you convinced that nobody cared, that your prayers were meaningless, that your future was empty. But I am breaking those lies over your life. Your story is still being written, and the chapters ahead will not carry the same sorrow as the chapters behind you. I know you feel emotionally drained from carrying so much for so many people. You poured into others while your own heart was running empty. You encouraged others while secretly fighting discouragement yourself. You tried to stay strong because people depended on you. But my child, you were never meant to carry the entire world on your shoulders. Give your burdens to me. Rest your weary heart in my presence. You do not always have to be strong. Sometimes healing begins when you finally admit how much you hurt. Sometimes peace begins when you stop pretending everything is okay. And sometimes the breakthrough begins when you surrender what you can no longer control. My child, I know you fear being disappointed again. That fear has made you cautious with hope. You protect yourself emotionally because you are afraid of more heartbreak. But do not let pain harden the beautiful parts of your heart. The same heart that was wounded is also capable of healing. The same soul that carried grief can carry joy again, hope again. believe again, live again. There are blessings approaching your life that will restore pieces of you that pain tried to steal. Unexpected peace, unexpected opportunities, unexpected healing, conversations that bring comfort, moments that remind you life is not over. You may not see them yet, but they are already moving toward you. I am making a way, even in places that seem impossible, especially in places that seem impossible. You have spent so much time mourning what was lost that you forgot I still have power to create new beginnings. New joy can grow after heartbreak. New peace can rise after chaos. New love can exist after betrayal. Your future is not chained to your past pain. Do not stay trapped inside yesterday's sorrow. I know memories still hurt sometimes. Certain songs, certain places, certain nights. The heart remembers what the mind tries to forget. But healing does not mean pretending nothing happened. Healing means the wound no longer controls your entire life. And slowly, gently, day by day, I am leading you toward that freedom. My child, there are moments you felt like giving up completely. Moments when you sat in silence, wondering if anyone would notice if you disappeared. But heaven noticed your pain. Heaven stayed near. I stayed near. And the fact that you are still here today is proof that your story still matters. You survived things that should have destroyed you. Do not underestimate the strength I placed inside you. Even when you felt weak, I carried you. Even when your faith felt small, I stayed faithful. Even when you questioned everything, I never questioned my love for you. You are loved more deeply than you understand. Not because you earned it, not because you were perfect, but because my heart has always been connected to yours. My child, stop listening to voices that constantly condemn you. Shame has followed you long enough. Regret has tormented you long enough. You cannot change yesterday by punishing yourself today. Release the guilt you have been dragging behind you. I do not call you to live trapped beneath constant condemnation. I call you into freedom, healing, and peace. The mistakes are not greater than my mercy. The failures are not stronger than my grace. And your future is not canceled because of your past. Lift your head again. I know there were dreams you buried because disappointment convinced you they would never happen. But some promises take time. Some prayers grow slowly beneath the surface before they bloom openly. Do not assume silence means rejection. Sometimes I am still arranging what you asked for. What is meant for you will not miss you. And what left your life was never meant to destroy your destiny. My child, I need you to understand something important tonight. You are not behind in life. You compare your journey to others and feel discouraged. You see people succeeding while you struggle quietly. You wonder if you failed somehow. But your path is unique. Your timing is unique. Your story is unfolding differently for reasons you cannot yet fully see. Do not rush the process. A tree forced to grow too quickly develops weak roots, but deep roots survive storms. And the storms you endured are creating strength within you that will sustain future blessings. One day, your testimony will comfort someone else. One day, your survival will inspire another weary soul. One day, the pain you cried through will become proof that restoration is possible. Nothing you suffered is wasted. Not one tear, not one prayer, not one sleepless night. I saw every tear. I know the fear that rises in your chest late at night. The fear of loss, the fear of sickness, the fear of uncertainty, the fear that something bad is always about to happen. Anxiety has exhausted your mind for too long. But my child, Peace doesn't come from controlling everything around you. Peace comes from trusting the one who holds everything together. And I am still holding you together. When your thoughts race, come close to me. When your heart feels overwhelmed, speak to me. When fear tries to consume your mind, remember that I have never abandoned you before, and I will not begin now. You are safer than you realize. Even in uncertainty, you are not unprotected. Even in weakness, you are not defenseless. Even in loneliness, you are never truly alone. My presence remains beside you in every season. I know some mornings have felt heavy lately. You wake up already emotionally tired. The weight returns before the day even begins. But my child, each morning is another reminder that your purpose is not finished. If your story were over, you would not still be here breathing. There is still more ahead of you than behind you. Your breakthrough is not imaginary. Your healing is not impossible. Your peace is not out of reach. Keep going. I know you are weary, but keep going. I know your heart aches, but keep going. I know you do not understand everything right now, but keep going. Because this season is not permanent, I am bringing you through it. My child, I also know the prayers you never told anyone about, the secret desires of your heart, the dreams too personal to speak aloud, the cries whispered while driving alone, the silent requests made while staring out the window at night. You wondered if anyone heard those quiet moments. I heard every single one. Nothing spoken from your heart is ever ignored by me. Even your silence speaks to heaven. And though answers may not arrive the way you expected, I am still responding with wisdom, timing, and love greater than your understanding. There are blessings coming that will feel like fresh air after years of emotional suffocation. Peaceful moments that heal exhausted parts of your soul. Relationships that feel safe again. Rest for your anxious mind. Strength for your weary spirit. And joy that does not disappear overnight. You will smile genuinely again. You will laugh without forcing it again. You will feel hope without fear again. This is not false hope. This is restoration. My child, stop assuming the worst about your future. The enemy keeps showing you images of failure because he fears the purpose still attached to your life. But your future is not cursed. Your future still contains beauty. There are moments ahead that will remind you why you survived everything behind you. You did not come this far just to collapse now. I carried you through too much to abandon you at this stage of your journey. You are still being guided, still protected, still loved, still chosen, still seen, still heard, and still held by my hands. My child, there are people praying for a miracle while you are living proof that miracles still exist. You survived heartbreaks that could have consumed you. You survived grief that almost crushed your spirit. You survived nights when your mind felt like a battlefield. And though you may feel fragile, your survival carries power. You are stronger than your pain. Not because you forced yourself to be strong, but because my strength sustained you when your own strength failed. I know you wish certain chapters never happened. But even now, healing is being born from places that once held only sorrow. Your wounds are not evidence that I abandoned you. Sometimes wounds become the very places where compassion, wisdom, and deeper faith begin to grow. My child, I am restoring parts of you that nobody else even realized were broken. The confidence that disappeared after rejection, the trust damaged by betrayal, the peace stolen by anxiety, the hope weakened by disappointment. Restoration is happening quietly, gently, deeply. Do not give up during the process. The storm does not last forever. Night does not remain forever. Pain does not remain forever. And this chapter of your life will not remain forever either. You are closer to healing than you realize, closer to peace than you realize, closer to breakthrough than you realize. I know your heart still carries questions, and it is okay to ask them. Faith does not mean pretending pain does not exist. Faith means believing I am still present even when life feels confusing. I am not angry with your questions. I am not disappointed by your tears. Bring me your honest heart. I would rather hear your honest pain than silence filled with hidden suffering. My child, release the pressure to fix everything immediately. Some things heal slowly. Some answers arrive gradually. Some burdens lift little by little. Be patient with yourself. You are still healing from battles others never knew you fought. Rest when you need rest. Cry when you need to cry. Pray even when the words feel weak. And trust that I remain beside you through it all. I know you worry about the people you love. You carry concern for family members, children, spouses, friends, and those drifting spiritually. You pray for their safety, their healing, their future. Sometimes the weight of caring so deeply overwhelms your heart. But my child, the people you love are not beyond my reach. I am working in lives you cannot control. Continue praying, continue loving, continue trusting me with what you cannot carry alone. Do not let fear steal the peace I am trying to place inside your heart. Fear predicts disaster, but I speak life. Fear says you are alone, but I stay near. Fear says nothing will change, but I am the God of restoration. I know the world feels heavy sometimes. The news, the uncertainty, the division, the heartbreak all around you. It can make your spirit tired. But my child, darkness in the world doesn't cancel my power. Light still shines in the middle of brokenness. Hope still rises in impossible places. And your life still carries purpose in this generation. You are here for a reason, even now, especially now. The enemy tried to bury your spirit beneath disappointment, but I am breathing life into you again. Slowly, your heart will feel warmth again. Slowly, your mind will feel calmer again. Slowly, your faith will feel stronger again. Healing often begins quietly before it becomes visible. Do not despise small moments of peace. They are signs that restoration has already begun. My child, I know there were nights you begged me for immediate answers, nights you wanted the pain to disappear instantly. But some transformations happen deeply over time. Diamonds form under pressure. Strong roots grow beneath difficult seasons. And your soul is becoming stronger in ways you do not yet fully understand. You will not stay broken forever. You will not stay exhausted forever. You will not stay trapped in fear forever. This season is temporary, and your future still holds hope. One day you will wake up and realize the heaviness no longer controls your heart. One day you will notice peace where anxiety once lived. One day you will thank me for carrying you through seasons you once thought would destroy you. That day is coming. Do not stop believing before the breakthrough arrives. My child, there are blessings on the other side of this pain. Not because suffering is good, but because I know how to bring beauty from ashes. I know how to heal wounded hearts. I know how to restore lost joy. I know how to turn mourning into peace. Trust me a little longer. Hold on a little longer. Pray a little longer, because I am still writing your story. And the ending will not look like the pain you are experiencing now. I know you sometimes feel invisible in this world, but you have never been invisible to me. Heaven knows your name. Heaven knows your tears. Heaven knows your fears, your prayers, your struggles, and your silent hopes. You matter more than you realize. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are my child. and I will continue walking beside you through every valley, every storm, every lonely night, and every uncertain tomorrow. Even when your faith shakes, my love does not. Even when your strength fades, my presence remains. Even when you cannot see the path ahead, I am guiding your steps. Do not give up now. You are too close to the breakthrough you have been praying for. Too close to the healing your heart desperately needs. Too close to the peace that will calm your weary soul. Too close to the restoration that will remind you why you survived all of this, my child. As you listen to these words, I want you to release the burden you have been carrying alone. Release the fear. Release the shame. Release the anxiety. Release the hopelessness. Place it into my hands. You were never meant to carry it all by yourself. Let my peace enter the places inside you that pain has occupied for too long. Let hope breathe life into your tired heart again. Let healing begin where sorrow once ruled. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not unloved. I saw every tear, and I never left your side. The future ahead of you still contains purpose, peace, healing, love, and joy. There are still beautiful moments waiting for you, still prayers waiting to be answered, still blessings waiting for the right time. And one day, you will understand why I carried you through this season instead of allowing it to destroy you. Until then, trust me. When you feel weak, trust me. When you feel afraid, trust me. When you do not understand, trust me. Because my plans for your life did not end in this painful season. This chapter is not the end. Healing is coming. Peace is coming. Restoration is coming. And my love for you will never fail. Now rest, my child. Breathe deeply tonight, knowing you are held safely in my hands. Let your anxious thoughts grow quiet. Let your weary soul find comfort. Tomorrow is not beyond my control. Your life is not beyond my reach, and your heart is never beyond my healing power. I am still with you. I am still guiding you. I am still protecting you, and I am still making a way where you cannot yet see one. Believe again. Hope again. Live again. Because the story is not over, and greater peace is still ahead of you. Amen.